right, so my ProLon is here. So it comes in this little box, very fancy box. It says ProLon 5-day meal program. So let's see, we've got like a meal card, like a little meal card that has all of your days. It's like nutrition facts. It's good to know. Let's see. It's like just some casual reminders before you start the program, and it looks like another meal plan. Cool. And then on the back, it looks like there's some kind of recipe for a special drink called an L drink. Interesting. Right, so we've got our official ProLon bottle. Very fancy, very sleek. And here are our days 1 through 5. So let's see what's day 1. Okay.
So here you have your official meal card, and you'll find days 1 through 5. So we're looking at day 1 now, and I find this pretty helpful in addition to, having all of your day 1 in one box, because it really kind of just lays out what you're eating for the whole day, and it kind of gives you some freedom to plan.
Is our tea, and as you can see, it has like these little packets in there. So we have a spearmint lemon tea, and it looks like that's it for now. Some algal oil. We need 2 of these. And an L bar. It's just this tiny little L bar. Well, it's pretty hefty though. So yeah, that's breakfast right there.
All right, so for breakfast, you're gonna start with your L bar, which is, it's kind of like a granola bar that you're gonna be eating every day of the program. It's really delicious, actually. It's got a little bit of honey in it, which makes it nice and sweet, but not too sweet. And it's got a very nice nutty undertone. Very filling and very satisfying. On top of that, you're gonna be taking 2 algal oil pills, and these are just supplements to help keep up your nutrition, body mass, etc. And then you're gonna pick a tea. So I picked the spearmint lemon tea. They really treat you on day 1 for lunch. Don't get used to it. So you're gonna start off with this tomato soup blend, which is really delicious. It's one of my favorites in the kit. And then you get kale crackers, which don't look like much, but if you crumble them up into your soup, it's delicious and it makes things a lot more filling. Then you have your olives, and you have 2 NR1 supplements, which are basically vegetable supplements. So you're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals here. So for day 1 snack, you're going to have an L bar and some tea. So you can again choose the spearmint or the lemon tea. And the L bar is basically, it's a lot of nuts. So you do get quite a bit of protein and fiber here. And then, as you can see, there are a fair amount of calories, but since you're not really ingesting that much, you are still in the fasting state after consuming these bars. And for dinner, you have a minestrone soup. So this one is actually not one of my favorites. It's a little too textury for me, but I've heard other people say it's one of their favorite soups. So it really is a personal preference. And the nice touch here is you get this L bar, but instead of the nut bar, it's actually more like of a brownie, and it's very delicious. I would eat this even if I weren't fasting.
All right, so we are on day 2 of the ProLon diet, which, so far it's going pretty well. So apparently this is where all the fun starts. So far I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe a little bit more tired than normal. But other than that, it's just another one, just another morning. So today, though, we get to start with this L drink, which it's very interesting. It's got like your body weight on the side, and it's, I don't know, it's supposed to make things a little bit more bearable. So let's see how it goes. All right, so here's your L drink. You get your ProLon water bottle, which you're supposed to keep with you for the whole day. And then you also get like this little packet of tea. It's a flavored tea, which is supposed to help to make this L drink seem pretty delicious. And that is your magical L drink.
Okay, so for day 2, you're going to start off with your L bar and your choice of tea as usual. And then you're going to want to fill up your L drink for the whole day. And then if you choose, you can color it with the hibiscus tea. For lunch, you have, I know it says vegetable soup, it's actually a mushroom soup. And you're also going to have olives and your NR1 supplement. Then for snack, you get some more olives. So again, that L bar does go away, and you get a choice of tea. Then for dinner, instead of just a plain minestrone soup, you've got a nice minestrone quinoa blend, which is a little bit flavorful. And then, of course, you have your brownie, which is a nice touch at the end of the day. And that's day 2.
All right, so today is day 3 of the ProLon program, and I mean, so far, I'll be honest, I'm not really feeling too terrible. I was told there'd be headaches, but so far, it just seems like a little bit of muscle pain here and there, not so much today. And then, other than that, feeling a little bit tired, but I went on a long walk yesterday, and that was nice. So, symptom-wise, I'm doing pretty good. Today's menu, it looks like breakfast is going to be tea and an L bar. That seems to be the norm for every morning. And then for lunch, we have tomato soup and crackers and another NR1 pill. That's a vegetable pill. And then for afternoon snack, today is just the tea. So no olives today. They decided not to treat us, but I think we'll make it through. And then for dinner, we're doing the minestrone soup. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, probably gonna switch the minestrone soup and the tomato soup, because you're allowed to switch components in the day. You just can't switch them from day to day, because that's cheating and not a good thing. So, I mean, halfway there, sweet, day 3, woo, let's go.
All right, so for day 3, you have your L bar and your tea as usual, and then you're going to fill up your L drink in your water bottle. And for lunch, you have a tomato soup, and they gave you your kale crackers back. So a nice trick that I like to use on day 3 is to actually split my kale crackers so that for snack time, I can have some kale crackers along with my tea. Then for dinner, you have the minestrone soup, and this is one of the 2 days that they actually don't give you the brownie bar. So day 3 is a little tricky.
All right, so today is day 4 of the ProLon diet. So far so good. I think I've been doing pretty well. No major symptoms, no major headaches. I think last night I had like a barely noticeable headache for maybe an hour, or maybe like an hour and a half, and then after that, nothing crazy. I think the headaches are more due to if you have to do a lot of heavy concentration, like studying or like looking at a computer for a long time. That seems to kind of trigger symptoms a little bit more. But it wasn't that major. It was pretty mild. Let's see, a little bit of muscle, maybe muscle pain, but nothing too noticeable. I was like, okay, that's interesting. But after a while, it was totally gone, and I barely noticed it while it was there. So I definitely recommend getting up and moving around. So I've been not doing anything too crazy, like no like climbing or anything, but definitely trying to get up and get out of the house. Going for a walk every hour or two definitely helps, and just like engaging myself in like different activities also really, really helps. So I'm trying to do all that, and so far it seems like it's working pretty well. So today is day 4. I'm really looking forward to it, because today we actually get our olives back for a day, so that's nice. And then tomorrow's day 5. So yeah, it's an adventure, and it continues day 4.
All right, so for day 4, you have your L bar and your tea as usual, as well as your L drink. And then for lunch, you're going to have a vegetable soup blend, and so they're mixing it up a little bit. You also get some olives and your NR1 supplement. Then for snack, you get more olives and you get a tea of choice. And then for dinner, we're actually going to have the minestrone quinoa again, as well as your L bar. So day 4 is pretty tame. You get quite a bit of food here, and it's pretty satisfying.
Right, so today is day 5, the last day of ProLon, and I am really excited. So again, like no major symptoms today. Last night, no headaches, no muscle pain, no nothing. And today, even though I'm like a little bit sleepy, which is like normal for having just woken up, I feel fine. So I'm really excited to see the results, and yeah, let's see how today goes.
All right, so for day 5, we are going to start off with our L bar and our tea as usual, as well as your L drink. You're also going to get an algal oil supplement similar to the ones you took on day 1. Then for lunch, you're going to have a tomato soup and kale crackers again, and an NR1 supplement. For a snack today, you're just getting the tea, but it's okay. It's day 5. Push through. You got this. And then for dinner, you're getting just the minestrone soup and the quinoa blend. So, not too bad for day 5. All right, so ProLon, overall impressions. Yeah, I didn't hate it. Like, honestly, I thought it was going to be torture. I was fighting it tooth and nail, to be honest. And it wasn't bad at all. Like, that could have something to do with the fact that I've done like the ketogenic diet and I'm a little keto adapted. But it has been a while since I have done that. I was intermittent fasting, so, maybe have something to do with it. But at the same time, it was like, I was still being fed. I was eating more than I normally eat, like more frequently. Like I don't normally have breakfast. So that was a nice touch. And like all the food was, even though the minestrone soup wasn't my favorite, it was still good. Like it wasn't like anything was just like, oh no, this is the most awful thing I've ever put in my mouth, and now it's my only meal. Like it was like the tomato soup was amazing, and it's made me actually like tomato soup, which I didn't know would be a thing. The dessert bar was like fantastic. I would definitely eat that just like now. And just like the little fillers like the nut bar and the olives were like really nice quality. So I definitely think that they've put a lot of thought into like what is in the food. So it's not just nutritious, it is actually good and it tastes good, and that's definitely a powerful motivator for me. I'd definitely do this more often if it weren't so expensive. That is the downside for me, just because I can't afford to do it every other month or every month. But I'm interested to see what happens next time I do it. So if you've tried ProLon, let me know how your experience went. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it somewhere in between? And would you do it again? So yeah, see you later.